Hi guys, today we are going back to the 80s. I am doing a collab with Erica Conger today. And we are doing an 80s question tag along with doing a makeup look. So if that sounds fun to you, then stick around. Welcome or welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Andi, and I'm really happy that you're here. Okay, so Erica and I have done a lot of question tags, 80s, 90s. We're both very nostalgic. We love the 80s. We love the 80s. We're around the same age. So she was like, I want to do an 80s pop culture thing. I was like, I'm there. I'm down for it. So I'm going to put my eye primer on while I'm talking to you. And she was like, do you want to do a Mask Monday? Because that's what we've done before. And I was like, no, I don't really want to do a Mask Monday. I said, let's do a makeup look. And she was like, okay. Or maybe she said, do you want to do a makeup look? Either way, we decided to do a makeup look. And so that's what we are doing. We're doing an 80s-esque type of makeup, and we're using the 80s Baby palette from Pinky Rose. This palette was gifted to me from Ash from Makeup and Chaos. They were decluttering it and asked me if I wanted it, and I said absolutely, because I am an 80s baby. Actually, I'm a 70s baby. Like, I was born in the 70s. I was born in 73. But I love the 80s. I was alive in the 80s. I was having fun in the 80s. So yes, that's what we're doing. So there are a lot of questions here to get through. Erica does the best questions. The best questions. Love her questions. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And I'm going to start with this Virgo shade right here, which is blue. Very light blue. And I'm just going to put that just right at the very front. And then I'm probably going to blend it out with this Dreamer. So I don't have to stop and show you while I am answering questions. What are your memories of the following 80s toys games? First one is fashion plates. I was obsessed with fashion plates. I wish I still had them. Actually, you know what? They could very well be in my mom's closet. We had a closet in our dining room that had games in it. And they could very well still be there because my mom doesn't get rid of anything. The fashion plates, all of these things, if I can find a photo of it, I'll put it up here for the things that maybe people are younger and they don't know, which if you don't know about fashion plates, you're missing out because they were my favorite thing. My favorite outfit on fashion plates was a button-down shirt with a vest and culottes. Culottes were very cool. And boots. They were tall boots. And my fashion plate girl had that outfit in every color. Yes, she did. But yes, I loved it. If you don't know what they are, they're these things. They're these plastic plates that are embossed. You put them on this thing. You put paper over it. You close the thing. And then you take it was like a chalk or I used crayons, and you rub it, and then that comes through the paper, and then you color it with colored pencils. Yes. So that was my obsession. I was obsessed with that. Lite-Brite. Loved Lite-Brite so much. I remember my mom buying an expansion pack. I don't think that was called that back then, but it is now. The expansion pack, because I ran out of my Lite-Brite papers. And then I would just make my own. Just make my own pictures. Barbies. Definitely a Barbie girl. Loved Barbies. Had the Barbie dream house. Had the Barbie townhouse. Funny thing is, my mom was going to get me the Barbie Corvette. And I was like, I don't want that. I was not a pink person, you guys. I was not a pink person. I'm going to go back into that lighter blue, and I'm going to blend these two together. So we were at a store, and I don't know if it was like Hills or Gold Circle or one of those stores from back then, and they had, in the boys' toys department, they had a blue. I'm going to bring that Dreamer over a little bit more onto my lid. They had a blue Corvette with T-tops. And I was like, my Barbie wants a blue Corvette. Because I used to be obsessed with the color blue. I loved blue. I still like blue. But yeah, I was obsessed with the color blue. Cabbage Patch dolls. I did have a Cabbage Patch doll. My dad worked for Sears his entire life from the time he was 16 until he retired. And he did eventually, you know, he worked his way up in the company and became a store manager. But when the big Cabbage Patch doll rage was upon us, I'm spraying it with my e.l.f. setting spray, makeup mist. This is just the regular setting spray. I got this on Amazon. It's pretty cheap. So my dad was stalking the stock room for when they came in, when the Cabbage Patch dolls came in. And he snagged one, and that's what I got for Christmas. I'm going to go into this shade called Dapper, which is another, it's a purple shimmer. I'm going to put that on the outer part of my eyelid. Pound Puppy. Oh, and my Cabbage Patch doll. So he snagged one. I got it for Christmas that year. Her name was Lisa Emmeline. That was on her birth certificate. And I still have her. The next thing was Care Bears. I did have Care Bears, but they weren't the regular kind of Care Bears. My mom was very crafty, and my mom sewed a lot, and my mom made Care Bears. So she's like, you could have whatever you want on the tummy. So I had a blue one with a rainbow, because I think the pink one had the rainbow. I had a blue one with a rainbow. And then I had a pink one with a gumball machine on it. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted on it. She took me to Joann Fabrics and told me to pick out whatever I wanted on the tummy. I wanted a gumball machine. So that's what I got. What was the next thing? Tinkertoys. I remember them. I don't think I had them. I had Lincoln Logs, but I don't think I had Tinkertoys. But I do remember playing with them at the dentist. Like, I remember my dentist had them in the waiting room, and I remember playing with them there. My Little Pony. I don't think I might have had My Little Pony. I don't think I was really into them very much. Did we talk about Pound Puppies? I wasn't into Pound Puppies. I loved Pound Puppies, but I think that they were a little bit after me. I think they were a little older. They came after, they were popular after, like, I was that age. So I don't remember having Pound Puppies. I did have a little puppy that looked like a Pound Puppy. His name was Cricket. That's what I named it. And that thing went everywhere with me. But that was before Pound Puppies came out. Teddy Ruxpin. Hell no. That thing was creepy. No Teddy Ruxpin for me. Creepy. Although my cousin had one, and they would put AC/DC tapes in it. And what else? Shrinky Dinks. I do remember Shrinky Dinks. We used to do those a lot. I think Shrinky Dinks were the things that you colored and then you put them in the oven, and then they shrunk down, and you could make them like into keychains or like light catchers or something, I think. Slinky. I loved Slinkies. And back then they were metal. They were just silver metal Slinkies. And I loved my Slinky. It would get kinked though, you know. They would get kinked, and then, you know, you'd have to either buy a new one. You'd have to throw it away because you couldn't fix it. It was not fixable. All right, I'm going to clean this brush off. I'm going to turn it around, and I'm going to blend. I'm going to blend these two guys together. The Operation game. Oh yeah, I loved Operation. But let me tell you what. Operation and Perfection, I think, are the reason why Gen Xers have so much damn anxiety. Honestly. Because not wanting to touch the side of the thing for, you know, I just think that, I think that was like the root of some anxiety as a child. Monopoly. Monopoly. Yes, loved Monopoly. It's funny because I loved the idea of Monopoly, but I didn't actually want to sit down and play the whole thing because it was so long. Like, I would play it for a while and then I'd be like, I'm done. I don't want to play this anymore. The Game of Life. I loved it. I remember the spinny thing in the middle. The Game of Life was so much fun. Although those little pegs, like my mom would get so mad because I had 2 stepsisters and a stepbrother from the age of 5 until I was 8 or 9, I think. They didn't stay married long. He was not a nice person. Yeah, those little pegs that went in the car, like the mom and the dad and the kids, whatever. My mom would be like, you better pick those up before I vacuum. Once something went in the vacuum, it was done. It was gone. There was no getting it out of the vacuum. She was not, because, back in that day, vacuums had bags. She wasn't going to cut the bag open to get toys. She was like, they're gone. If you're not going to pick it up, they're gone. So, Connect 4. I loved Connect 4. Actually, I am so glad that is still around today because Bailey really liked Connect 4. My daughter really loved Connect 4, and I had so much fun playing that with her. This is called the Baby, and it is a lighter pink, and I'm just going to put that like above here. What were your fave? 80s perfume. Loves Baby Soft. Loves Baby Soft. I loved that. Of course, the pink one. The pink one, because I think they came out with a blue one later. The pink one and Electric Youth. Debbie Gibson Electric Youth. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I loved that. Game show. I feel like my favorite game show was Press Your Luck. Like, it was on during the day. It was like, oh shoot, I just put it in the wrong shade. It was like, big money, no whammies. And I had that little guy, like if you got the whammy, he would come out and taunt you. I feel like I liked that. I think that was my favorite. I did also like Family Feud. I did. I liked Family Feud a lot. Richard Dawson was the best. Favorite family pastime? Probably going to, we had a park that was not far from our house, and it had all these little lagoons, and we would go feed the ducks. I mean, it was just me and my mom. And I mean, my mom and dad were divorced. They divorced when I was 4. So we did that. Also, there's a big amusement park here in Ohio called Kings Island. We would do that. I loved going to Kings Island. Let's see. Favorite TV show heartthrob? Ricky Schroeder. Ricky Schroeder. I was going to marry him. I loved Ricky Schroeder with everything in my being. I was going to marry him. And coincidentally, he married a woman named Andrea. He did. So, I guess he missed out. Because I wanted to marry him. Movie star. I'm going to take this. It's called Fuerte. It's black. Let me get a small brush. I'm going to take that and I'm going to put that just in my outer corner. Oh, movie star. Probably, I mean, is this like heartthrob movie star or just like my favorite movie star? Because I really loved Ralph Macchio, the Karate Kid. You guys don't know how obsessed I was with the movie The Outsiders. Like, all of the guys that were in that were on my wall. So Ralph Macchio, C. Thomas Howell, Rob Lowe, Tom Cruise, which I didn't even realize he was in that until later. Patrick Swayze, like that. They were all on my wall. All of them were on my wall. TV sitcom, Silver Spoons, because that was Ricky Schroeder's sitcom. And that's, if I'm flipping, because we don't have cable, so if I'm on MeTV or one of those old time You know, they have like the old time shows. If I saw silver spoons, I would stop and watch it. I would. I was obsessed. You guys, I was obsessed. Clothing brand. You know, I really wasn't big on brands. My mom used to pose it to me this way. You can have, what she said, you can have 2 pair of learner jeans, or you could have 4 pair of, or I'm sorry, you could have 2 pair of the limited jeans, or you could have 4 pair of learner jeans. Well, I wanted 4 pair. And actually, when I was really little, like, it was Gold Circle or Hills, and it was layaway. I mean, I didn't really do brands. And I do not have, and even, okay, well, so when I was in high school and before that, I was thin. I was very thin, but I always had a booty. I always had a butt and hips. And Guess jeans were not made for people like me. Guess jeans were for, built like a 12-year-old boy, like boom, straight up and down. No hips, no butt. So Guess jeans didn't, you know, and I mean, like, I didn't have to have kids. You guys, I would go to like Hills or Gold Circle, and I would get the white, like, Ked looking tennis shoes, and then I would take a royal blue marker and I would just color like a little rectangle on the back, because nobody knew. Nobody knew. They couldn't tell. Favorite activity with friends? Like, okay, so like as far as middle school, the mall. Because back then you could drop your kids off at the mall and come back, you know, when they're 13 years old, you could drop them off at the mall and come back and get them later, and it was no big deal. You couldn't do that now. Can't do that now. Hell, I didn't want my 21-year-old daughter to go to the mall by herself the other day. So yeah, movies. We went to the movies a lot. Me and my friends went to the movies a lot. So I would say movies and the mall. Family TV show. Silver Spoons. It was the same. Also, on Sundays, they had the Wonderful World of Disney. Yeah, we would watch that a lot. I'm going to take a small brush, and I'm going to go back into that Virgo shade right here. And I'm going to put that in my inner corner. I'm not done answering questions yet. I guess we're not that far. We're not that far, guys. Oh, Saturday morning cartoon. Always Bugs Bunny. Never not Bugs Bunny. It was Bugs Bunny. It was Bugs Bunny or nothing. I loved Bugs Bunny. I liked Scooby-Doo too, but he was on like in the afternoons. He wasn't on Saturday mornings. Bugs Bunny. I would still sit and watch Bugs Bunny if it were on today. Fast food restaurant was McDonald's. Loved McDonald's. I did. I feel like it was better back then. I mean, it would take a lot for me to eat McDonald's now. Just saying. Outfit. Oh no. Favorite makeup brand. Okay, I'm going to use the NYX Plumping Primer. My favorite outfit. Well, it just kind of depends again. It kind of depends. But like my favorite outfit, middle school. Lerner had these tunics. This is so ridiculous. Lerner had these tunics that were, they had different colors on them. Like the one that was my favorite it was white and it had teal and peach, and it had teal and peach sleeves. And then I would wear my jeans and I would peg them at the bottom, because that's what you did. And then I would wear like 3 pair of socks, and it would be like white, teal, and peach socks with my Eastlands. I loved that outfit. Those outfits. I had a red, white, and blue one, and I believe I had a red, yellow, and white one, which red and gold were our school colors. Your favorite vacation spot? We used to go to Virginia Beach. We would drive there. It was me and my mom, and then my aunt and uncle and my cousins, and then friends of my aunt and uncles also. And we would go. I mean, we were all in different cars. We would drive there. And we would camp. We would camp. And it was so much fun. It was so close to the beach. And it wasn't like roughing it at all. Like, the campground was really nice. It had like 4 pools. It had, like, the showers were super clean, and it had electricity, so I would do the hair and, you know, the makeup and all of that. So yeah, that was my favorite vacation spot. Favorite pair of shoes were my Eastlands. I loved my Eastlands. Let's see. And finally, did you have a Walkman? Yes, I did have a Walkman. I loved my Walkman. Trapper Keeper. Yes, and I will, if I can find my exact Trapper Keeper, I will put a picture. Peachy folders. I did not know what these were, but I did find a picture, and I will put it up here. I did not have those because I don't even know what those are. Like, I don't remember ever seeing those before. Rubik's Cube. Yes. I would get it all messed up, and then I would get so impatient that I would just take the stickers off and put them back where they were supposed to be. Garbage pail stickers. I wasn't really into the garbage pail kids. I wasn't. I loved stickers, though. And the next one is scratch and sniff stickers. Yes, I had several sticker books full of scratch and sniff stickers. I remember smelling the skunk one time. And I had to leave school because I threw up. Yeah, just from that. My favorites, I think, were bubblegum and cherry and root beer. I loved the root beer one. Members only jacket. I did not have a members only jacket, although I had guy friends that did, but I never had a members only jacket. Did you have a mullet? Yes, I did. And I have photos, and I'm showing you the photos of my mullet. You're welcome. You're welcome. One of these is 6th grade, and one of them is 6th grade, 7th grade. I'm not sure if my 8th grade was up there or not. I'm not sure. And then I will put a picture of my high school when I grew out of the mullet, and then went to spiral curls and big bangs and all of that. Neon clothes, abso-freaking-lutely. My favorite was a off-the-shoulder pink sweatshirt, and I had these big neon pink hoops, and then neon pink socks. Yes. Yes, I did love that outfit as well. I did. Holy jeans, absolutely. Made my own. Sprayed them with bleach. Yep. Loved my Holy jeans. So yeah, that was ridiculous. But yeah, I used to usually make my own. I would make them and I would fray them and all of that. Atari. Yes, I had an Atari. I loved it. Frogger, Pac-Man, Asteroid, something Space Invaders. Yes, yes. I also had a Pong, actually. Pong was before, I think Pong was made by Atari, but Pong was my parents. That was my parents' like video game. But I remember it, and I used to play it. So, Pong. Slap bracelets. I never had slap bracelets. I didn't. And I don't know why that is. Big League Chew Gum. Yes. That stuff was the bomb. I loved it. Like, the flavor only lasted like 5 minutes, but it was awesome. Like, you thought that you were, like, pretty cool when you had Big League Chew Gum. Swatch Watch. Yes, I did have a Swatch Watch. My mom gave me the choice between a Swatch Watch and a Coca-Cola sweatshirt. And I got the Swatch Watch. It was red and blue. Leg warmers. This is the last one. Leg warmers. Yes. Yes. I had leg warmers to match every sweater I had. I did. Some of them Some of the sweaters were bought with leg warmers, so they were exact matches. But, plus I was a dancer. I was a dancer, like, most of the 80s. I was a dancer. And so, yes, leg warmers were, of course I wore leg warmers. Of course I did. I saw Flashdance. I had to wear leg warmers. Because I was going to be her when I grew up. I was. So, those are our questions. I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to do the rest of my face. We're going to come back. We're going to discuss. Don't go anywhere. Okay, you guys. This is my finished look. I like it. If I was an adult in the 80s, this is exactly how I would have done my makeup. I would have. I thought the palette was decent. I thought it was okay. Some of the mattes were very dusty and hard to blend, which is why I used mostly shimmers. But this one up here did pretty good. So I decided to put it underneath my lashes and then wing it out a little bit. Also, I put my liner on my bottom lashes, which I don't normally do, but back then I did. I also used the Lash Princess mascara. If I'd have thought about it, I'd have bought the Great Lash, the CoverGirl, Maybelline Great Lash, the pink with the green lid. I would have. My lipstick, you guys. This is actually fairly new. I got this in a Beauty Creations mystery box. This lipstick is terrible. This is what it looks like. Like how are you going to wear this? When are you going to wear this? And I had it in my giveaway box and I'm like, nobody wants that. So I pulled it out just for this video because what is an 80s look without a bright, ridiculously Barbie pink lip? Really? Erica, thank you so much for coming up with these questions. Again, great questions. You guys, go check out Erica Conger. I adore her. She's one of my besties here on this platform. Tell me in the comments below, what were some of your answers to these questions? If you were alive in the 80s, if you were a kid in the 80s, if you were an adult in the 80s, it doesn't matter. Tell me some of the answers to some of those questions in the comments below. I'd really like to hear your answers. This was so much fun. Thank you again, Erica. You guys go check out Erica, see what look she creates. See if she uses the same shades, the different, like the oranges and the yellows, which I think would be amazing on her. The reds, oranges, and yellows. I'm a purple, teal, pink kind of girl myself. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. I really appreciate you being here. And until our next adventure, everyone have a great day. And we'll see you later.